Saúl, South Afrique.
Hello?
I guess I caught her by surprise with that. Sawubona Mzansi. I guess that's another way of saying it, right? But hello, South Africa. That's what I just said.
Hello.
Utando Ndeni. Yeah, what's up, fam? Hey, Kushe Kubuya. And Jabulela Unyako Omusha.
I can't even try it.
Jabulela Unyako Omusha.
Okay.
That's Happy New Year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why, because they are, yeah.
She needs to catch up.
Yeah.
So I'm clearly the one that's working on this thing, right? So yeah, we just wanted to come out here and wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
We still have a few hours. We still have a few hours, a little bit more than a few hours before the New Year comes in over here in the U.S., which of course they are already well into the New Year in South Africa.
Right.
So I was kind of following that earlier. So y'all are all part. Actually, I bet y'all are still partying over there right about now.
Turn up.
Yeah. So we just kind of chilling here in the house. We don't have any plans. We're not going out to do anything.
Nothing.
Because we rather save the money. A lot of people out here partying. By the way, if y'all hear like stuff in the background that sounds like fireworks, they might even be gunshots. You never know.
They get started early here.
Yeah, so that we've been hearing some noises in the background and stuff like that. So that's what that is. So we're not going to spend long out here. We just want to come out here and just say hello and wish everybody a Happy New Year. And we hope that the fam over there in SA, that y'all brought it in right, and that you have a prosperous New Year.
Yes.
And it's going to be 2025 in the U.S. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be very interesting. And of course, we're doing our thing. We're just doing our thing. That's all I'll say about it right now. But looking very forward to our upcoming trip.
Yes.
Back to SA in the coming weeks.
Yes.
And so yeah, and I tell you, we've been watching a lot of material online, right? On YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
There is like an extreme uptick in travel to South Africa. A lot of us are coming over there, man, and I expect that in the near future you're gonna see more of us over there. Because we just watching. It seemed like every day almost somebody
the past 6 months it's been a substantial increase.
Yeah, somebody moving there, living there, traveling there.
Yeah,
you're seeing home tours and all kind of stuff. It's just, man, South Africa is a spot. You had the big Chris Brown concert from a couple weeks ago or whatever. And that's just man, South Africa is on the map. Yeah. Not only literally, but I mean I think this is South Africa's time. I mean,
people are finally waking up to what y'all probably thinking y'all should have already known this. Exactly. But now I think people are paying more attention and not just going by some of the old stuff, old stereotypes and all of that. So I think people are actually coming over there to see for themselves and like, wow.
Yeah, pushing through the propaganda and the lies and all that kind of stuff, and actually seeing that South Africa is like popping.
Yes.
Actually.
Yep.
So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a great thing. And another cool thing is that I tend to go into the comment sections on the different videos and stuff, because I'm out there checking out other content creators who are on the ground in South Africa and people who are traveling there or whatever. And from what I see, the good thing is South African people are receptive. To us being there and spending time and stuff like that. Obviously, spending money over there and stuff, which contributes to the economy, right? That's always a great thing.
Yeah.
But they seem to be pretty warm, to us over there, and I think that's great, man. And so we
participate in some of the YouTube videos, just giving information and stuff like that. So they seem very open to that and just providing information. I think that's great too.
Right. So we just hope that love keeps flowing and that we just keep we're stronger when we're listening to each other, learning from each other, when we're sharing stuff like that. And I think as we go into the future, I just think the African continent as a whole, with us in the diaspora, who are going back and reaching back and going over and collaborating and stuff like that. I think it's a very powerful thing, and I think it's only gonna continue to get better. You know, the more of us wake up
Yeah,
and
the
open
more
our
we learn,
minds
the better.
to things. And so, you know, another thing that I think about is that, you know, really when it comes, especially in terms of South Africa, you know, those of us, you know, South African fam that you see on the ground over there, you know, you're getting serious people. You know, you're not getting, you know, those of us who are coming over there with ill motive and those type of things, because, you know, a trip to South Africa is an investment. A trip to the African
Yes,
continent in and of itself
it
is an
is.
investment. You know, especially, you know, for us Black Americans and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not something I don't think that we take lightly. You know,
Right.
so if we're over there, you know, we're over there, you know, meaning business and with good intentions. And I can definitely say that in our case.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So but yeah, but that's a very encouraging thing, man, to just see. And I'm just so happy, you know, for the country and the people there. You know, when you get that travel, you know, that's tourism, and that's economy, you know, and improvement, and that,
Absolutely.
you know, that means trickle down, you know, to the average South African. Hopefully we'll see more of that. You know, so yeah, man, y'all, let's just keep getting it in. You know, let's keep doing it. Let's keep building upon this in a positive manner. You know, so of course with that, we're looking very forward to, like I said, our upcoming trip.
Yes.
You know, in the coming weeks. So yeah, man, and also I go back to one of our previous videos from a couple weeks or so ago. You know, where we had a couple people that made mention of this. Oh yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. Y'all see what it is, right? Y'all see what it is. So pick your poison. You know, which one of it? Which one of y'all? Which one of us are y'all gonna come after? You got to come after both of us, because we're a team. So that's how we're gonna be representing for the upcoming Derby.
Yeah.
Which I do want to thank. We had a couple people that commented on the video. The one that definitely suggested was Mama T709. So Mama T709, if you're out there and if you're tuning in to this video, hey, thanks a lot. We really appreciate the suggestion, because I had no idea. You know, we were trying to figure out how we're going to catch, you know, a football match while we're over there. Now, she's never been to a football match, or a soccer match as we call it here. I've only been to one football match in my entire life, and it's probably been close to a few years ago now. My daughter had some free tickets from her job that they gave her for the Atlanta United match here in Atlanta, and I went with her, T, who y'all saw in the previous video. I went to a football match with her with a complimentary ticket, and it's been a few years now, so we've never been to a South African football match, and so this really is, for all intents and purposes, a totally new experience for us. And so I say that to say that we listened to you, we heard you, Mama T709, and then also how's it pronounced? Excuse me, Shepomogotsi, I think would be the pronunciation.
I have no idea. I don't even know. I can't help you.
Shepomogotsi, I think that's how it's pronounced. Correct us on it. Spell it out phonetically if you can on the comment, if you're out there and you come across this video. But they made mention of it as well. But yeah, so they mentioned the Soweto Derby, man. This huge match that takes place between the two rivals right here, which we obviously know that these guys here have the better record. You know, but these guys right here are our home team, so to speak, based on our location in Joburg South. These are our guys here, but you know what? There's enough love for us to spread around to each one of these franchises here. And like I was saying on another video, that you know there's 16 teams, so you know I got some Sundowns. I got like 2 Sundowns jerseys, so I'm probably going to get those remaining teams at some point. Not right away. It's just something that we'll
Slowly.
just build over time.
Yeah.
But you know, the suggestion was made that we catch the Soweto Derby. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're going to do. Now, here's some things that I learned and I found rather interesting in the process of trying to find out about tickets and stuff like that. You know, how much are the tickets going to cost? And then I started seeing this thing online about hospitality suites.
Yeah.
And so we had questions about, so, you know, how do we do this? So do we get out there and we taking the experience in the stadium, with the folks in the stands, or do we go after the hospitality suite experience? Because obviously the hospitality suite is going to be a lot more expensive and stuff like that. And we're like, again,
we got to plan for it because
we have to plan for it. It's not something that we are the type that really go out and spend a lot of money on stuff like that. Because we try to be cost conscious and smart about things and kind of plan when we do stuff. But being as how it's kind of like a special situation, we might opt for that experience. And so, what I want to know is, I would say, okay, leave it up to the folks. Let's take some suggestions to the South African fan out there. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that we should, especially
which would give us the best experience? Yeah,
the best experience. Now, it obviously won't be our last experience, but it's our
first
experience.
First, yes.
Right? So I don't know if it would be better for us to, to take in a hospitality suite where we might rub elbows and mingle with some people and have a little bit more up close and personal conversation, with many people. Whereas obviously if we're sitting in the stands, we'll have the people that are immediately around us and stuff like that, but we'll be in those seats.
Right.
Now, here's another thing that I don't know, because I was out at F&B Stadium and I kind of went to the website. I saw at the presidential suite where they have seats that are out in front. Like, it looks like you can leave and step outside of the presidential suite and then go out into the stadium and sit into seats that are just outside there. I don't know if that's the way it is in all hospitality suites like you have, because it looks like the hospitality suites look like it's more like a restaurant. They have table seating and stuff like that where they have food setups and those types of things.
You're right.
But it's not seats like out in the stadium.
Okay.
So I wonder if they have so many seats out in front of the hospitality suites that you can then go outside and sit down in the seats out in the stadium like everybody else and overlook the field. So because I don't want to feel like I'm in a fish tank or something like that, in a bubble or anything like that. So we just want to have the best experience. So if anybody's ever spent time in the hospitality suites or whatever, kind of give us the inside scoop on that.
That would be helpful.
And so tickets are not on sale yet.
On sale.
So here's the other thing I learned about it. There's this thing that I'm not sure whether or not they've decided whether or not it's going to actually be held at F&B Stadium. So there was no Derby in 2024. I thought that it's something that they do every year, but when I was looking online and stuff, apparently, and maybe they don't schedule it at the same time every year either. So like every year it's not going to be on February 1st and then another one on another date or whatever. From what I saw, I guess the last opportunity that they had to meet each other, Chiefs and Bucks, right, would have been in November. But I guess sundowns or something, the damn Sundowns, right? I guess something with the Sundown, there was some tournament or whatever and the Sundowns extended their win streak or whatever and pushed further into the tournament or whatever. I don't know. Again, South Africa fam, y'all can give us the inside scoop on that. But that ruined the opportunity for the Bucks and Chiefs to meet would have been back in November, I think it was. So I guess February 1 is the time that they're gonna finally have to meet after not having met in 2024. I believe that's the case. So anyway, this should be a pretty big deal coming up in February. Now, here's another thing that I found interesting. And I don't know if this is a gamesmanship thing or whatever, just this whole rivalry is just crazy like that. But apparently, you all have the option to opt for an alternate home field or something, a home stadium for the season or something, or is it just for the Derby? But apparently the home team can opt to pull a fast one on the opposite team and say, okay, we're not, because F&B Stadium is the Chiefs' home stadium,
right?
Whereas the Bucks' home stadium is in Orlando, which is the one that we went past. We were over in Soweto, right? Coming from Soweto at the time. The White Stadium, right, in East in Orlando. Would it be East Orlando, West Orlando? At any rate, so apparently they can choose to swap stadiums and say, we don't want to play at F&B. And is that because you know that's the Chiefs' home stadium and you don't want to give them kind of a home field advantage? Is that what it is? So you all can, at the last minute, the Pirates can say, we're gonna go to Durban and play the game.
Yeah, I would like to
At
know when do they make that
Moses,
decision.
I forget the name of the stadium there, but the stadium in Durban, right? So, would that be what? Would that be Amazulu's home stadium? I don't know. I know that's another club. I don't know if they're out of Durban or whatever. But anyway, so apparently the Pirates have the option to pull in the fast one and saying we're going to play the match in Durban, which to me, if I was like a fan, I'd be kind of upset.
Yeah.
Because they're leaving the local area to go to Durban to play, and then that means I got to travel to Durban if I want to see him. Now, of course, I can watch him on TV, right?
Mm-hmm. But if that's something that they do anyways,
if it's all in fun, I think it's actually funny to be able to do that. It's kind of like playing a game of cards and you hit them with the spade to cut.
I've never heard of anything.
Hit them with
like
the trump
that.
card, or whatever.
That's just interesting.
Trump as in a spade on a deck of playing cards, not our.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that's interesting.
So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen there. But if that was to happen, then that means that kills our plans with having an in-stadium experience at FMB.
Right.
So then we got to figure out how we're going to take in the match.
If someone out there can let us know, like, if, obviously if this happened before, how far in advance is that information put out there so that we know if the tickets are not on sale now, when will we know? Because obviously we want to, purchase the tickets. But if they're not going to be there and we have to, find, some other place to watch the game, we're willing to do that. But we don't want to purchase tickets if they're not going to be there.
Yeah, so we're around Joburg. I remember when the World Cup for rugby, I remember seeing down in Mandela Square. That seems to be a big gathering spot for events like that. So I imagine it would be a similar thing for that. For the Soweto Derby. And how are they going to call it the Soweto Derby if it's played in Durban? That's another thing. I just thought about that. Do they still call it the Soweto Derby? But it's played in Durban. It needs to be played in Soweto, folks.
And maybe they will.
Hopefully
maybe
they will.
So
we're just thinking about all that, man. But we got it ought to be a good time spent there. Will be. Obviously we got some business we can take care of too as we continue to lay our little building blocks and stuff like that. So we have some different things, some different tasks that we want to accomplish while we're there beyond that. But that we decided that's going to be our main event. That's going to be our big event. And so we're looking very forward to that. We've been able to mingle with the people and just turn up with y'all a little bit, kind of break from our norm, and have that whole experience. So, I'm not going to ask for any predictions on who's going to win because I know we're going to get both. The records, the win-loss record kind of indicates that someone would be favored, but we don't know. We just going to take it all in, and we're going to enjoy the time with the people, man, and have some great conversation and get to know some folks and hopefully have some folks to get to know us.
Yeah.
We look forward to anybody that we might run into out there.
Yes.
And so that's going to be it. But the time is ticking, man. We are shortly going to be back on that side, and
it would be a year
for you.
Yes, a year for me.
It'll be a year for you.
Yes.
I mean, I was
just
there.
I know, and I was not.
So
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Eat some of that good food.
Absolutely. So we just wanted to come out again and just wish everybody a happy new year.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing everybody, and we just hope that you all, on that side, and then even, some of our U.S. family that's watching, because I know we gonna need it. They gonna need it. So anyway.
Indeed.
But that's all we wanted to do, fam. We want to come out and say hello, wish everybody a happy new year.
Yes.
So with that, we'll wish y'all well and salakashe.
Have fun. Stay safe.
Yeah, we'll holler at y'all soon.
All right.
Later.